Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible. With special thanks to Nine Knives, Revenant, Alois, Anerdinwarpaint, Dragon Matrix 7, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, Kazorm, Lima, Nathan Welch Jr., Tomasz Piątkowski, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Wasteland 3, as we settle into the surprise synth segment of our Steeltown story. Which, you know, honestly, now that I've had a chance to kind of percolate on it, I really don't mind all that much, at least not conceptually. It's a sensible progression for the Wasteland setting, but I do also feel like they rushed into it too quickly. They didn't lay proper groundwork first. Keep in mind, Wasteland 2 and 3 take place like 5 years apart. The synths were just trying to wipe out humanity a few years ago, so that's naturally going to be pretty fresh in the brains of the people who fought them. I mean, I also get the idea that the developers clearly want synths to play a role similar to super mutants from the original Fallout franchise. But in Fallout, you know, they set it up much better. There was a gap of like a century between the first two games. Humanity would have had a lot more time to adjust. Not to mention, you also had characters like Marcus and his settlement of wacky mutant outcasts, which also served to help ease the player into the idea that, despite being inherently inhuman, super mutants weren't innately monstrous. In Wasteland, though, not only has it just been a few years, but even in just Wasteland 3 alone, almost every synth that we have met is some flavor of murderous sociopath. It makes it a lot harder to get invested in the idea that some synths might not be so bad. What they really should have done was sprinkle in a couple of positive synth encounters throughout the main campaign, you know, to reinforce the idea that synths are individuals and you shouldn't rush to judge all of them for something that just a few of them are guilty of doing. And of course, you know, it also would have really helped if Blue had just done a better job of pitching that concept. He really should have gone more in depth on why he was so invested on helping these synths, or synths in general. But instead, he just, you know, totally got sidetracked on an admittedly interesting, but also very dubious debate about what robots are and aren't sentient. Which, of course, is why I got frustrated with him. Anyway, missteps aside, I'm still invested, and I do still want to see where this all goes. While I'm not as sympathetic towards synths as I think the game wants me to be, I will go into this with an open mind. You know, we'll at least chat with the Steeltown synths before we decide their fate. Though, ultimately, at the end of the day, we are primarily here to help the people of Steeltown. If that means wiping a few hard drives, then so be it.
Specialize in artificial intelligence or computer engineering, please take our employment test immediately. We're offering significant signing bonuses for qualified applicants.
That's cute. Though also largely pointless, considering that even if an AI specialist did apply, they wouldn't make it past the entrance exam. Alright, let's not get sidetracked. I think Bug can wait. There's no point in really talking to him right now. So we'll just focus on this synth thing and then worry about loose ends after. Oh. Oh. Okay, we've got Abigail Markham and Salene Crow and a bunch of armed workers, so this is clearly bad news. Let's go ahead and park the bulk of our party back here. Rhett's pretty much immune to all these weapons, so we'll just have him take point and get a look-see at what's going on.
this, Crow? You're on strike again? Didn't you get what you wanted?
We got rid of Ludlow, but we only went back to work because the Rangers promised you'd speak to us ASAP. And you haven't said shit.
Come on. It's only been, what, a few hours?
Yeah? And what part of ASAP didn't you understand?
Can't we do this after we finish preparing for the coming of the gangs? I'm trying to keep your people safe.
Ha! Of course you are. Wouldn't want anyone else damaging your property, would you? Well, we want to be safe from you, Markham. We want safer machines, better pay, a schedule that doesn't drive us into the grave.
And I'll give it to you, Crow. All of it. I promise. Afterwards. After we stop the gangs from razing this place to the ground and taking you all as slaves. Just please go back to work now.
You don't get it, Markham. We're not afraid of being taken as slaves because we're already slaves. You, on the other hand, have a whole factory to lose if we don't go back to work. And that, lady, is called leverage. Now, let's parlay. Rangers, there you are. Can you believe this shit? Markham's breaking promises already. We're not going back in there until she opens negotiations, and that's that.
Salene, it has been like 2 hours since I took down Ludlow, and you agreed to end the strike. I feel like we agreed, didn't we, that they were going to push through and help get the factory defensible before the gang arrived, and then we'd worry about the negotiations, right?
Crow's crazy, Rangers. I haven't had time to finish a cup of coffee since you left, and she's already on strike. Tell her I'll honor my promises when we're all safe.
Yeah, that is pretty much what I was just saying. Thanks. Also, 2 hours on a cup of coffee? Really? I wonder if this happens, if you arrest Salene. Maybe I should have just taken her down before. But she really did seem more reasonable then. Look, you two, the gangs will be more than happy to kill both of you, so maybe you should stop trying to kill each other before they get here.
Didn't I say I was willing to negotiate? The only thing I won't compromise on is the time. We talk now, or we're done talking.
And that's the one thing I can't compromise on. Either work now and negotiate later, or you'll never work here again.
Same old song and dance, hey, Markham? Why is it every time the workers want something, the answer is always, wait till next year, or after this push? And every time the bosses want something, we're supposed to say, yes, ma'am, right away, ma'am.
Salene, I really want to sympathize with you here, but I feel like you're glossing over some pretty huge concessions we already made in favor of the workers, like taking down Ludlow. I feel like you might be pushing for too much too quickly. You really need to tap the brakes a little.
Well, ma'am, we're done delaying our safety and security until it's convenient for you. If you can't run this factory so it takes care of all of us, then you're not going to run it at all. We are. As of right now, we're taking over.
Okay, well hold on a second, Salene. This seems like a pretty lousy solution. I mean, you could barely keep a union movement from getting wiped out. How exactly are you going to prevent Liberty's armies from steamrolling a factory you don't know how to operate?
What? Are you insane? You don't know how to run a factory.
Yeah?
Neither do you, Markham. You're done. How about you, Rangers? You helped us before. Will you help us again?
I don't know, Salene. I feel like we had an agreement before, and then you broke it, so I don't know why I would enter another one with you. Though, now that I'm looking at my options here, I guess it doesn't really matter, because all of these involve refusing her request. I mean, I guess technically we could just walk away, but that is easily the worst of our potential responses, because then these idiots would be so busy killing each other that it would pretty much guarantee that Liberty's army destroys the place. Salene, I am sympathetic with your plight, but I feel like your actions right now, I don't think you're thinking this through. You're being a bit rash.
Rash? Rash is doing nothing while my brothers and sisters get mangled in the machines. Rash is working another 16-hour shift on no sleep and half rations. This is life or death for us, Rangers. Literal life or death. Now, you're either with us or you're against us. What's it gonna be?
Please don't do this, Rangers. If you betray Administrator Markham, I'm gonna have to fight ya.
I'm not usually for violent rebellion, but the conditions the workers have suffered here are appalling. Let's help.
We have to back Markham, or Steeltown is doomed. Crow's demands can be addressed later.
Rangers, you are fools if you do this. Your reputation, your contract with the Patriarch, the survival of Steeltown. All those things will be thrown away if you take this step. Now, I'm finally seeing that Crow is the maniac Ludlow always said she was. So I am ordering you, Rangers, put down this revolt and remove her by any means necessary. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, don't do that. Don't try to give me an ultimatum, because then it makes me want to work against you just on principle alone. You're just lucky that Miss Crow over there gave me an ultimatum first, so you two morons managed to cancel each other out. Otherwise, I'd be taking over Steeltown about now. That said, yeah, we've got our forced binary decision. Or, of course, we could walk away, which, again, is a terrible idea. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, our goal here is to help the people of Colorado, which we are doing by attempting to make sure that Colorado stays at least semi-functional. Though these people are not making it easy. Still, all things considered, I think it's pretty obvious we're going to side with Markham. She is certainly not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but Salene is just too volatile. She's too impatient, and I hate that she actually made Ludlow right about something. You know, he warned us she was going to do this, but because she seemed so reasonable at the time, I just sort of glossed over it. And really, we could have theoretically nipped this whole thing in the bud by just taking her down alongside Ludlow, even though that would have almost certainly made for a much tougher fight. Oh, this sucks. I mean, on the one hand, I want to help the workers, but I definitely do not want to enable Crow any further. This is a very blatant power play on her part. And it's so short-sighted, too, because, like, we would be gutting the defenses of the factory and handing it over to someone who has no idea how to run the place right before the gangs roll in to try to take over. Not to mention, of course, that in theory, she is essentially asking us to help her kill Markham and the other administrators, because they're not outfitted with the devices that make them vulnerable to disruptor weapons. You know, with Salene and the workers, I can at least knock them out. Though even that has potential ramifications, unfortunately. Knocking out a big chunk of the workforce may force our hands with the synth situation. If we don't get the computation engine back up and running, they might not be able to recover fast enough to fight off the gangs. Look, Crow, I want to help the workers too, but this is not the way to do it.
Thank you, Rangers.
What? You're stabbing us in the back?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure you stabbed me in the back first, so I guess this just brings us full circle.
Sisters! Brothers! Kill Markham's lackeys! Make them pay for this betrayal!
Let's see how it works out for you.
For Salene! For freedom! Keeping my head down.
Stick it to him! Shake this off! ground.
Take it out!
Going up.
Power failure! Hang on while I reset the signal!
Be last minute.
Comrade Robot, you've betrayed me. Okay, lyrics are done, so the time for talking is now. That opening round was not great for us, but it certainly could have been worse. I'm glad we held the bulk of our squad back. And even then, we took some pretty hefty damage. Salene's got shields up on herself and 3 of her allies that makes them completely immune to damage. Unless we can jump through hoops to bring them down. But they only last 2 rounds, so we might be better off just waiting them out and focusing on her other guys before that. Also, post-unhacked die, absolutely adorable. Let's go ahead and knock out that cover.
It's attacking!
Yeah, I feel like 100% damage resistance might be a bit much. I wonder if we can still run them down.
Starting to slow me down.
Decoys out. And we need to get Morningstar patched up before we do anything really crazy with him. Unfortunately, we can't risk advancing while they've got the high ground like that. But I'm hoping they'll give it up now that we've taken out all the cover. Also, we've got this guy with the Mega Fists right on top of us, so I guess that's got to be our priority. Because if we leave him standing, he's just going to punch everyone to death. We really shouldn't stay clustered up like this. Yeah, let's start pulling some of our guys back. With any luck, some of them may run out into the open trying to pursue us. Nice, nice.
That hurt!
Alright, one down. Like 10 more to go. We got this. We'll keep Lucia a bit closer. Not too worried about Rhett, though. He is pretty much invincible.
Let's go! Your turn to feel some pain! Going for the flank! Taking the shot. Got him now. Found some cover. How do you like it?
Don't worry, this'll only hurt you. Excuse me a second.
My head!
Let's get those repair kits equipped. Or not? Huh. This doesn't seem right, but I mean, yeah, I guess I've never really tried swapping quickslot items in mid-combat. That is really inconvenient. Alright, well, my original plan was to repair Kodiak to full and bring it up aggressively as mobile cover, but that is now obviously off the table. So I guess we'll just have to start a piecemeal advance. Cover to cover. We'll rely on decoys and Ret to keep them distracted. Shields drop next round, so we'll just plan around that. And Lucia does have smoke grenades. Yeah, pop smoke first, then move into it. That way I can make sure everyone's actually inside the area of effect. Might as well take some pot shots too. Gotta keep making progress. That works. We'll leave the Kodiak where it is. I mean, we could bring it up and it would draw some fire, but then it would just explode and block off a big chunk of terrain. Yeah, you just hang tight, Morningstar. We got this. Ah, no, it stings and burns. Please stop.
Stick it to him! Reloading now! Flanking the enemy!
My poor mortal frame. It seethes with agony. It's alright, I guess. Are you trying to kill Alfonso? I do not appreciate that.
Don't turn around on me, eh?
Sluggish!
That should keep her distracted. We just want to discourage her from setting up any more shields. Well, I would like to drop that guy on the tower, but we need more smoke up. Yeah, that's fine.
My head!
Repositioning now! This is gonna burn!
You suck. Oh.
Need a better vantage point! How do you like it?
I think you just killed your own person.
Is that all we do?
Oh, and speaking of killing, good for you, bear. All right, let's keep trimming. Also, I'm fairly certain that person is going to die. He has made some questionable choices. Welcome back, Lucia. Pew pew. Pew pew. No, pew. I'm not sure what to do about that guy. Nice. Decoy out. Alright, so can we reasonably knock this guy out? We need 6 on him. We can get 3 from Dahl. And Bonkers could theoretically do 4. But we could really use that firepower over here.
You're a not good person!
anything!
Actually. Man, Salene's gonna be a pain. She seems to be very resistant to disruption. So we'll just pick off her buddies first. Her attacks seem pretty weak. I think it's just the shield thing that makes her dangerous. Whoops. Forgot I was covered in tar. Yeah. Let's clear this left tower. Yep, that's going to be a problem. Right, we're not dropping that guy, so let's keep him distracted. Okay, and let's flush this guy out.
Wasn't in the safety brief. Wasn't in the safety brief. Going up.
Okay. Well, that was not great. Hey, that works.
Don't turn around on me, eh? Don't worry, this will hurt you.
Can't move anything.
Damage control. Let's knock that melee guy out.
Damn it!
Thank you. So, it turns out that Salene can actually dish out some serious damage. Good to know. But she's down to her last minion, so let's wrap this up. Actually, yeah, that works even better. Oh, her shield's down. Well, gosh, that's going to make this hurt even more. Poor gal. Side note, I am very happy to finally get some use out of those Molotovs.
Salene. Can't kill out.
I've got you now.
Over here, guys. Let's all work together and save the streets.
Oh boy. You know, I want to take Salene alive, but as with many things, she is not making this easy. The thing is, she can't possibly win this, because she can't damage Ret enough to drop him. But if she does start dropping other squad members, like enough that they can't get back up, I might just have to bring the Kodiak up and squish her, just to avoid a stalemate situation. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's just, try to keep everyone standing for one more round. Crow, you and me, we really gotta talk.
You're a punk!
Oh, goodness. Alright, you know what? I'm kind of glad we didn't wrap this up sooner, because that was pretty great.
My head!
I'm covered!
Die, I think your percentages might be slightly off there.
Для нас нет преград.
Can't kill a bear.
Move! Somehow!
Alright. Alright, Miss Crow. It's been fun, but I think we're done. This is the part where you fall down. I swear, if she is still standing at the end of this round, I will just go ahead and squish her. Oh, oh. And just for that extra personal final touch.
Hurry! There are more than inside.
Great. Nothing's ever easy. How do these people survive without us? I mean, I guess technically most of them don't. Wow, nothing? Really? It is so weird that we don't get unique items off these named characters. Alright, folks. I wanted to keep this episode on the shorter side so I could crank it out a little faster, but I'm not going to leave it off on just that one fight. Let's at least push inside. We'll get a gander at what we're dealing with and then figure things out from there.
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges, Benny! Benny! Come out to play!
Oh dear, fighting in the admin
Time
level.
for a
That's
reckoning.
not allowed. We gotta stop this.
Oh, well, I guess we're doing one more fight. But you know what? I can live with that. Especially since we've got first action this time. We'll just go completely ham with the disruptor grenades. Those things are pretty much useless after Steel Town anyway. And we've got people flanking on the right, so let's keep that in mind too. Alright. Let's see here. Safety Chief's got to go down first, because the last thing we want is more shield shenanigans. Doll? Thank you. Let's operate under the assumption we're clearing most of the left. Nice. Let's get Rhett front and center. Make sure he's drawing fire. Oh, not dead. Okay, let's trim these two. You're killing me, Pizzepi.
Take me that easily.
That will have to do.
Get ready for the fist.
No, thank you.
Taking the shot. Get around them. Eat tar, asshole. Getting to cover. I'm hit.
Для нас нет преград.
Barely noticeable.
I've got you now.
All right. Let's see. Shoot, we're kind of pincered here. Let's clear our left flank. Oh, hi there. Hi. I see you're engaged in a largely ineffectual firefight. And you guys are just chilling out. So, we've got 2 more groups we have to take care of. Noted. It's very polite of them to each wait their turn. That's nice. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's do this. Sorry, Ret. He's fine. Okay, so let's finish this guy. And decoy out. He's gonna drop someone.
Take him down! Hit him from the side! Not so fun on the receiving end, huh?
Oh, my.
Got him now!
Forever.
Come on. Come on.
Damn it! I'm hit!
Для нас нет преград.
Alright, so I may have underestimated the punch that guy was packing. You know, just a scooch. Just a smidge. Just the tiniest fraction of a punch-a-decimal. Let's get our guys up, but we have to drop that guy this turn.
Stick with me and maybe I'll.
Wasteland 3, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Stop helping.
Damn it! I'm hit! I'm down! Let's get it together!
Back up front, please.
You're a not good person.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Thanks, dude.
Taking the shot. Getting to cover.
No, Lucia. Her only weakness is death. It's the only thing that can kill her.
Вся власть советом. Для нас нет преград.
Gross.
Don't worry, this'll only hurt you.
Why you always dying?
Stick with me and maybe I'll. Now you want to work together?
Okay, we have to drop someone. Let us get bold, said the invincible man. Not terrible. That will do. As long as we're making progress, I'm happy. Well, that's just bonkers.
Get on their flank!
What a...
За родину.
What was that?
Can't kill us!
Oh, this'll sting a little. Reloading the weapon.
Move my legs.
Alright, we need to take out that sniper, because I am tired of him picking off our back line. Also, he's about to die, so we should really knock him out before he can do that. Huzzah! One left.
Let's get it together!
That was just to get the regen buff going. And let's get a decoy out. We'll drop that last guy next turn. You know what, Bonkers? We will just tuck you completely out of line of sight. Why take chances? And hold. Yeah.
You're a lifesaver.
Shake this off!
Oh. Toast's done. Alright guys, we're all in agreement. He was dead when we got here. Side note, I have never seen Courageous do that move before, the lock-on. I mean, maybe I have. I've seen him fire straight into the air before, but I've never seen it actually kill someone. That was wild. Alright folks, we are running along here, and I've got a slowly growing number of cats looming over me. So, those last two groups will just have to wait for next time. But I do think we're looking at one more episode for this X-Pack. Let's grab this loot, we'll check on Bianchi and friends, and then we'll hit the pause button. Bianchi?
Rangers, we're just taking inventory. We're going to stay back here until things are settled.
Uh-huh.
Can't talk. Sorry.
Sorry, no test until this insanity is over.
We're closed at the moment, you could say. Come back later.
I will see if I can do that. Okay. Yeah, I think we're at a good break point here. We've obviously got at least 2 more fights ahead of us, but they look to be pretty easy ones, especially since we'll have surprise. Yeah, so we will hit the pause button for now, but we'll pick up here next time as we clear the floor and do an engine check. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Wasteland 3, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. And if you'd like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things, or maybe even check out the Patreon. Links are in the description.
What's it gonna be?